Hey guys, what is up? It is Tyler Parks here. It's been a minute since I made a video, but we're officially in prep now. We are 7 weeks out, actually less than, and I figured I'd start making the YouTube videos again, showing you guys my daily routine as we count down the days to the show. The show day is going to be June 14th, so I'm very, very excited. I'm going to start this morning off with some fasted cardio, and we have class later, and then we're going to try to make a trip up to Iron Revolution after. So, should be a pretty fun day. So we got push planned for the lift today, but before then, we got to get our fasted cardio done. So, first thing first, we're gonna head over to Active, do our cardio. I just like doing it away from the house. I have my walk pad, but it's just good to get out of the house, start your day off fresh. It's currently 7:30 a.m. and we're gonna head over right now. I'm not ready or anything. I'm just gonna throw on a hat, some sweats, and we will be going. So I will see you guys there. Okay, we just arrived at Active. I'm gonna get in there, make this quick, just so I can get the day started. Really doesn't feel like I started the day until I get the fasted cardio done. This is just everything before. And then we're gonna take a shower and get that first meal in. Might even get the first meal in before the shower, just because how hungry I am. Yesterday was a rest day, so on the rest days we're pushing only 2,100 calories right now. So definitely starting to feel the 6.5 weeks out. It's starting to get to me. So we're gonna get in there. We're gonna do 35 minutes of it's 8% incline, 3.2 speed, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the treadmill. Okay, that is it for the cardio.
At XfinityMobile.com.
Sorry, I'm absolutely drenched and I need to get home because I'm really hungry now. I have class in T-minus about 4 hours, 15 minutes, which isn't too bad. So, should give us more than enough time to get in 3 meals, which is the goal. And then, honestly, I could get in 2 and just bring one of my meals to class with me and have that right before, because the plan is we're gonna go straight from class to Iron, so it should be like a 50-something minute drive too, which is fine. It'll give me enough time to digest the pre-workout meal. And yeah, so pretty good cardio session, went by really fast. But yeah, not much to talk about, so I'll see you guys when I get back. So we are back at the crib. I am fully drenched, but the hunger outweighs the discomfort of the sweat. So we are going to eat meal number 1 first. So basically for this meal, actually, instead of talking about it, I'm just gonna show you. Okay, meal number 1 is complete. Starting off, the first thing I eat is my 95 grams of blueberries, spike the insulin, make me more hungry, get down the food easier. Honestly, I don't need to be more hungry though at this point. In prep, I'm always hungry. So, which is better than being full, honestly. I enjoy prep more than I enjoy stuffing my face full of food in the off season, 6 meals a day, because that's honestly harder for me. I find it easier to cut. So then we're moving on to the eggs and the beef. It's just 3 whole eggs and then 100 grams of beef. This is probably one of my favorite things to have. I always add a little bit of Old Bay hot sauce into the eggs when cooking it, so it gives it a little bit more, I guess, flavor. And then finally, my favorite flavor of cream of rice. I have like a top 3 that are all kind of tied, which is chocolate cake, apple pie, and cinnamon roll, but apple pie is like a 1A for me. So we're gonna slam this, and then we're gonna take our much needed shower, and then I'll see you guys around meal number 2. We are done our shower now. We're gonna start meal number 2, which is chicken, rice, broccoli, and avocado. So I will see you guys when that is done. Okay guys, meal number 2 is done. I'll list the macros somewhere on the side of the screen so you can see where we're at for the day or whatever. And then after this, I'm gonna get ready for school. I'll make the intra workout and the pre-workout. I'll show you guys what I'm putting in that currently. And then we'll make meal number 3, which will be the pre-workout meal. So I'll see you guys at the intra workout. So this is the combination intra workout that my coach has me on right now. Starting off with your standard 5 grams of creatine. Everyone should have this at some point, whether it's your pre-workout or your intra workout, but naturally when you're drinking the most water. My iodized sea salt, 2 grams, NutriBio Intra Blast, which is just an amino acid complex, and 25 grams of Gatorade Frost. Moving on to the pre-workout, this is not a combination I would ever do on a normal typical day, but I was at a Bucked Up today. So typically what I would do is, if it's before, I want to say 6 p.m., I'll do 2 scoops of the normal grape Bucked Up, not the Woke AF or the Mother Bucker, none of the strong shit, just the normal stuff. And then I would do 1 scoop of some type of raw nutrition, non-stim. And to top it all off, all I just use is the highlight electrolyte scoops up there. I like to get electrolytes before the workout, and that has become a staple point in just all my pre-workouts. Okay, for meal number 3, the pre-workout meal, more blueberries. Then we're gonna do Elevate Cream of Rice. This is the cinnamon roll flavor. This pairs really good with the Axe and Sledge French toast sticks. I top it off with some sugar-free maple syrup on top with some ground cinnamon, and then almond butter for the healthy fats. So that is the pre-workout meal, and I will see you guys on my way to school. Okay, we have arrived at school. I got marketing in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna head inside now so I'm not late. And then when we get out here, we're gonna go hit a sick push day. Shut up. At Iron. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so we just got out of class early, so I'm now headed to the car and we're gonna get this show on the road. See you guys at Iron. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna get in there. They have some of, this is honestly, when I'm talking about my favorite gyms that I've ever been to, best gyms, I'm always bringing up Iron Revolution. It doesn't come close. The owner here, Ray, he gets everything custom picked from each different brand, make of machines, and he grabs the best of each manufacturer. And yeah, so we're gonna start off with some Atlantis chest press. It's by far the best machine I've ever used in my entire life, hands down. I don't know what we're gonna go up to today, honestly. That machine boosts your ego a bit. We could be doing 4 plates, but it really just comes down to the strength. Now, I've eaten very, very well today, so I think we're gonna feel the carbs, even though they are slowly getting lowered as the weeks has been going on, but I think we'll feel it still. I think it'll be a pretty good lift, and yeah, I'm gonna slam this Rice Krispie treat, and that kind of sums it up. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you everything else we're gonna do, because then what would be the fun in that? You guys gotta watch, so I'll see you guys in there on the chest press. right? Don't even worry about it.
Don't matter if I do or don't. I don't want to fuck up your video.
Don't worry about it, dude. You're good.
I was listening to Matt.
Okay, that's it for me. I appreciate it, bro. That's what I mean. We're good. Yo, thank you. Okay guys, well, that was one of the best workouts I've ever had in my entire life. We're gonna go home now and slam meal number 4, our post-workout meal. And I'm going to get done some schoolwork. So I will see you guys back at the crib. What is up guys? It is Tyler here in a little bit of a different setting. I'm actually gonna show you guys meal number 4 now. Got my chicken and rice right here. And we're going to eat this first, actually, pineapple, quick digesting sugars. So what I'm going to explain what's going on right now. Basically, I've had a lot of people, constructive criticism, tell me what they want to fix with my videos. And one of the biggest things I've heard is people want me to explain more of what I do and why I do it in the gym. And they said I should talk more. The problem is my camera doesn't have a aux output. I can't connect a microphone to it. So instead, what we're going to do today is I'm going to break down why I did what I did today. I'm not going to tell you it's optimal, and I'm not going to tell you it's the best thing for you. I'm going to tell you what I do and authentically tell you this is what I do. This is how I train. I'm not saying it's the best way to train. I'm not saying it's the worst way to train. I'm just saying this is what Tyler does. And it's nothing crazy too. I'm not reinventing the wheel or anything. It's just about explaining my thought process and why I train certain ways. So let's just get into it. Let me minimize the camera here. So I'm going to start off with incline press. So before I break down said pressing, we're also going to mute this too. Before I break down this, I want to go through my routine. I don't just hop into, what is it, 3 plates that I warmed up with here. Did I record my first set? Because this doesn't look right. No, here's the, okay. So I hopped into 4 plates, but I didn't. I obviously started with warm up. So what do I do when I warm up? It typically always starts with some type of rotator cuff movements. I'll do a ton on the cables. You can do them with bands, whatever works for you. Just get those rotator cuff warm. Especially if it's like a push day. Like, for example, I would always hurt my rotator cuffs when I was 18. Obviously, I was like doing weight that I shouldn't have been doing. But more importantly, just not training my rotator cuffs or warming them up before my chest days. That's the biggest thing. I can get away with it on other days, but I still will do my rotator cuff stuff. The only day I'm not going to is legs because it's leg day. And even then, I'll still warm them up a bit if I'm doing some type of squatting movement because you can put a lot of strain on your shoulders just even squatting, grabbing the bar. So it's important that you get that warm and look at it as if you're training your rotator cuffs before you go into the movements. So like try to progressive overload over time on some of these movements. That's why I use cables because progressively I've upped the weight. When I started doing rotator cuff movements, I was maybe using 12 something pounds because I'd hurt my right rotator cuff January of 25. So a little over a year ago. And now I'm at 17 to 21 pounds depending on the movement. And it's just about keeping the rotator cuffs progressing with the rest of your body, especially when you're doing presses, because presses is when I would get hurt the most. So let's break this down. For my chest days, staple point, I always start with an incline press. I'm not going to be picky about the incline press either. 9 times out of 10, it's an incline dumbbell press because to me, it keeps me humble. If I'm doing a weight that is really light and really focused on the upper chest, I'm going to just have a better mind-muscle connection. Now, you can overload the dumbbells too much, and that's when you'll get hurt. Now, to me, I know when I dip my elbows, I'm going to be limited on how much weight I can do, and I know I'm going to be utilizing all of my upper chest. I used to flare a lot, and that's how you get hurt. So, this machine right here, first of all, hands down, the best. I don't even want to say best chest press I've used. This is the best machine I've ever used. I mean, next to a prime leg extension, there's 1A and 1B. This is probably 1B, maybe even 1A. Great machine. The resistance profile is just amazing. And it's also boosts your ego a bit because, like, obviously I'm not pressing fucking 4 plates on incline. So, let's break down. I think this weight was honestly too much. Yeah, I mean, you guys already seen it. I'm still in the process of editing the video, so we're not really there yet. So this is my first time actually going back on the clips because this was, like, not that long ago for me. But yeah, no, this was a high quality set. My first set are always, like, I just want them to be heavier more than anything else. Maybe 6 to 8 range. And then second set, I always go lighter. With incline dumbbell, you'll see this. Like, I will typically start with the 90s, and I'll drop down to the 80s. So that's a 10-pound drop-off. And 10 pounds on dumbbells is, like, a lot. So that's why I dropped off an entire plate here, and it was just more so about focusing on the mind-muscle connection. Now, I know everyone's so focused on mechanical tension and just, like, that's the driver of growth. And they're not wrong. But I feel like mind-muscle connection is so underutilized today. Literally, just try to become the muscle group that you're working. And I really love this machine because you can get a full chest contraction on that. And the stretch is amazing. Like, everything about this machine is amazing. I love this machine. So, that kind of sums that up. Now, before I do my pressing, after the rotator cuffs, there is 2 things in between. I always do a little bit of dips, and I always do a little bit of pull-ups. The reason why I don't throw those in the video is because they're not sets to me. I don't go to failure. I do maybe 3-4 pull-ups. I get the lats warm. And then for the dips, same thing. Maybe on my chest days, I'll do like 5 to 6, get the chest warm, and I'll hold like a stretch in my dip position just to try to get everything opened up. It's like a doorway stretch, as they would call it. And yeah, just keep my chest open, just nice and open so I can actually get blood to the muscle. And then for the lats, love having blood in the lats before I do any type of pressing. You're more stable. You actually realize how much, and powerlifters will tell you this, how much your lats support your chest on presses. So definitely utilize those 2 calisthenic movements before your sets of pressing. I promise you, you will not go back. So that kind of explains my thought pattern here. Another reason I start with incline is I always transition from incline. When I'm training my chest in the chest days, I always transition from incline. And then I move into some type of mid-pec and then some type of lower pec. Now, I know the mid-lower pec are the same thing, but I still like to have a flat press somewhere in the middle. And honestly, the pec deck is kind of just a little bit of everything. But yeah, no, I always emphasize the upper pec because that upper shelf is really important. But in this day and age, people are too focused on the upper chest now. Like 5 years ago, like before I started lifting, everyone was like so focused on like everything else a part of their chest. And then it was like, everyone started spamming like upper chest. And now we're too focused on the upper chest. And I see a lot of people lacking in their lower chest. And we gotta too developed upper chest. I mean, it doesn't really exist, but I've seen underdeveloped lower chest. And another thing too, I want to comment, since this was a push day, chest volume. I think in this entire workout, I did 4 sets of chest. I don't keep my chest volume high, and this is why my chest recovers really well and progresses really well. I don't believe in high volume for my chest. When I first started lifting, I was maybe doing like 12 to 15 sets of chest, like in my push days. My workouts used to be 3 to 4 hours when I was like 16. I'm not saying that's smart at all. It was really stupid, and I had a great time. And that's more important, because when you're 16 in high school, lifting, having fun with the boys, and you're doing 5 sets of bench, who cares? You're having a great time. But when you're trying to be optimal and you're trying to grow, yeah, no, that's not going to cut it. I find 8 to 10 sets for the week for my chest is all I need. It keeps me recovering fast, and I'm ready for each workout, and I'm progressing. So, to me, that's all you need, chest volume. Chest does not need that much volume. So, I'll break down chest a little bit more, but let's move into my second movement, which was the shoulder press, which I know the video probably didn't come out that well because of the angle and I was kind of blocking it. So to explain my thought pattern here, The reason why I only do 1 set of the shoulder press is mainly because your front delt gets more than enough volume all your other presses. I did, 2 sets before that? My front delt was plenty involved with incline, trust me. But I still love to isolate it, and dumbbell shoulder press is like one of my most all-time favorite lifts, and let's be real, this shit boosts your testosterone like a mofo. So, 1 set here is really all I need, and I'm good. Now there are a lot of studies too that show that your side delt is getting worked in this movement. So I look at it as a front delt movement, a side delt movement, and you're also getting a little bit of upper chest too. It's just a great push day movement, and I don't need too much of it. Some days I'll do 2 sets of it. Really depends how I feel. But yeah, no, I absolutely love dumbbell shoulder press. Any type of shoulder press is nice, but dumbbell shoulder press is it's improportionately stronger too than my incline dumbbell's like 90. I'll bang out the 70s, 75s on shoulder press for like a ton, improportionately more reps. I don't know why my front delts are that strong in comparison to my upper chest. But now onto this movement. Okay, so this machine right here, this is a beauty. I love this machine. Ray's the owner of Iron. He worked really hard to get this machine. I love this machine. This machine's great. I can't really explain to you the tension on this machine. You kind of have to use it, but it is perfect for that mid pack. I mean, like, you can see the arm path. It's great. So yeah, I like to keep 1 flat press in my sets. Sometimes I'll do 2 sets. Most of the time it's 1. So yeah, 1 set here, heavy press. This is probably the heaviest press I did for the day, and I also get a good amount of tricep. The tricep volume, it was 4 sets of isolated tricep for this lift. But you also got to look at it as all these presses, I'm using my triceps. I'm utilizing my triceps. They're getting worked. So yeah, on to the next movement. I'm going to try to get this done fast because I'm really hungry. And yeah, this machine right here is great. I like to make this machine at my local gym by just using cables. But whenever I get to utilize this actual machine, I always do. It's a great machine. I love starting with overhead if it's a really nice machine. Overhead is great. I'm isolating my tricep. I get a little bit of front delt because you can see the wiggle and the shoulder flexion, I should say, right there. But yeah, no, it's a great movement, and I should have gone a little bit. Nah, I shouldn't have gone lighter on this set. I was banging out a ton of reps. That's fine. Yeah. So triceps are also a movement that I like to keep lighter. When people ask what type of rep ranges I do, and what's the perfect rep range? Let's be real, there isn't a perfect rep range when it comes to different muscle groups. For example, when I'm doing side delt and I'm doing lat raises, I like to do 12 to 15 reps. If I'm starting my day off with a heavy press, I'm not doing 15 reps with a heavy press. I might be doing 6 to 8. So same thing with squats. It's just different depending the movement, to be completely honest with you. Hamstring curls, okay? I will do a ton of reps on hamstring curls, sometimes up to 15, even more, because I find that my hamstrings, I tore my hamstring last end of September. So after I tore it, I learned how to actually train my hamstrings. I go much lighter now with more reps. I get more out of it. I used to stack out on every hamstring curl for reps. Now I go half the weight and I get more out of it because I'm actually feeling it with the mind-muscle connection. See, a lot of the time you're just throwing around weight with other parts of your body, but you're not actually utilizing everything. So make sure you're utilizing the muscle that you're actually trying to target. On to the next movement. We already did that movement. So we did 2 sets there. I lightened it for the second set. Just more for my elbows rather than anything else. And then here, okay. This machine is amazing. And I know it just looks like any other lat raise machine you've seen, but no, the Prime does a really good job at making this machine. This machine is great. The resistance is great, and you slide right into the machine. You're locked in. Like, it's on an angle. It's on a perfect angle. So yeah, absolutely love this machine. I don't really have to explain this. It's side delt. I do 2 sets for my side delt. 1 set the shoulder press most of the time. That's 3 sets for my shoulders. Obviously not excluding rear delt, because rear delt isn't trained on this day. I train that with my back. But when we're talking about shoulders on a push day, it's kind of assumed it's front and side. So yeah, 3 sets for my side delt. I mean, sometimes I might just add another set of side delts, but like, I don't really need it. If
I'm progressing with the volume that I have, that's enough for me. Progression is everything. If you're progressing and you're recovering, I'm not here to tell you how to change that. If you find you're progressing and growing and your strength's going up and you're getting leaner, don't give two shits what Tyler says. Keep doing you. Because that's the most important part of anything, is just progression. Don't let anyone tell you something stupid if you're progressing. Unless it is just, like, stupid and you're, like, going to hurt yourself. Because, like, it happens. And you think it won't happen to you, but it can. So it's important that you make sure you're training safe, too. Now, for the tricep, this isn't authentic because this isn't how I normally train. It was just really crowded, and I didn't want to be on the cables too long. I normally do single arm pushdowns with, like, I don't want to say a cuff, but sometimes it's a D handle, and I wrap the D handle around. I like single arm. I get more of a contraction out of it. I go way lighter. But today, I just felt like some classic bar pushdowns. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a slightly different, less isolation, but you're getting the same benefit. It's the same movement. It's the same head. So, damn, my calves look tiny as hell here. Yeah, we're turning this video off. But yeah, this was good set. These, what is this? I think this is Atlantis, or, yeah, I think this is Atlantis, the universal cables. I was not a fan of their cables. It was like, I don't know. I liked the Arsenal ones over there better, but that was full, so I came to this side. And then, okay, we did another set. I used a rope here. I like switching up the attachment. I wanted to get more of a squeeze on the, oh, I didn't even do this set. You guys are seeing bloopers. I wanted to get more of a squeeze on this set, but I didn't like this rope that I chose. It was too tiny. I couldn't really get it. I should have used the rope I had in my bag. I had one of the Gym Reaper ropes. Didn't utilize that at all. This dude right here was dope. He let me work in, so cool guy. And then this is where I worked in with him at. Then I finished with some pec deck. Sometimes I'll do 2 sets of pec deck. Today, I was just really, really, just great workout, ready to go. I did this one set. I was good to go. Now, this set was a little bit on the heavier side. I was ego lifting here, 100%. Shouldn't have had the weight that high. When I say ego lifting, I wasn't going to hurt myself. Like, it wasn't like the weight was that heavy. I mean, but I definitely should have lightened the load here. Sometimes you have those days where you pick a weight, you do the set, and you realize it was either too light or too heavy. It just happens. And you just correct it. Especially considering I haven't been to iron in 2 months. So, when I'm used to other pec decks, this kind of threw me off a bit. So that one was on me more than anything else. Ideally, though, do not do this. If I was to do pec deck and pick the weight properly next time, it would have more reps. I like more reps on the pec deck. I like better contraction. So you can see these first reps. These first reps are ideal as to what I would normally go for. I'm going to see here. Like that right there. If I could do that 10, 12 more times, that's a perfect set. And I did get a lot more reps like that, but then you can watch the form break. You see my arms bending more? Right here. Right here. Yeah, yes, I say I don't even get that rep. Well, I fight for it. I break my form. So, whatever. Doesn't count. I don't, wasn't a fan of that set. But, overall workout felt great. That's why I was good to go after that. And then, obviously, the posing, which you guys saw. So, oof. You guys can't see that. I'm going to move that over. You see that right there? Yeah. That's a really bad picture of me. So, that's it for the breakdown, I guess I should say. I'm going to get to editing this video. I'm going to eat this meal, and then I'm going to get faded, and I'll see you guys at meal number 5, which will be the final meal for the day. And then I'm going to bed, so I'll see you guys then.
Okay, here's the final meal of the day. I will list the macros up in the corner. It's just beef and oatmeal and bananas. And some almond butter. Overall, pretty simple meal, but that'll wrap it off for today's video. If you guys really did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe because it really does mean a lot to me. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so if you guys are enjoying them, I enjoy making them. So just let me know down below with a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.